Head of Marvel Studios Kevin Feige was asked point blank about anchor beings, this new aspect of the MCU multiverse, and who exactly might be the anchor being in the MCU. And he plays coy. Okay, so it's not surprising that Kevin Feige isn't going to reveal much, right? But he was glad that he was asked by Comic Book about this, since nobody else in the press junkets after Deadpool and Wolverine decided to ask that question, which is very weird. And who is the anchor being of the MCU? Because as they revealed, every single multiverse has one. So naturally, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, he's the anchor being. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, he's the anchor being. The Fox universe, it was Logan. Other Fox universes, who knows? But the MCU proper, who is it? And now this is the big question and a lot of speculation, and Kevin Feige teased that we would find out, but he doesn't want to reveal it, and that this is another big aspect of the MCU, like incursions and the multiverse. So realistically, looking at everything that's happening and what's going on, I think that there's a couple of obvious choices on who the anchor being is. The most obvious one is, obviously, Iron Man, Tony Stark. He's dead. Dr. Doom is coming, played by Robert Downey Jr. Could the early death of Tony Stark have caused a giant ripple in time and space that somehow affected others, since they were the sacred timeline, and the creation of Dr. Doom is the result? I mean, it's there, right? It's easy to explain and it makes sense. Another one would obviously be somebody like Spider-Man in the MCU, and they could play it meta. It's like, hey, he's the anchor being. Remember when Sony tried to take him away? That would have ruined all of our plans, so hey, he's the anchor because he's now here permanently. Could it also be Steve Rogers? That would also make sense because of, look at everything he's done. He also traveled through time and space to restore all the stones to their rightful place. That gives him a lot of leeway, and also that can make him an important piece of this whole anchor puzzle. So I think that's the three that really stick out to me, and I don't see it being anybody else. Like, you're not going to tell me Thor is the anchor being, you know? I could believe it, but it just seems a little out there, as Thor isn't as popular as the others. Could be the Hulk, and you kind of tie that in with the whole meta with the Universal deal, but again, I don't think it's the Hulk. So, 3 possibilities, process of elimination, I'll say 2 possibilities, Stark and Captain America, and through that process of elimination and what I said about Dr. Doom, it's only Iron Man that's left. And I think you do need to make him an anchor being because it makes sense. It's the one that works, and also, it's very meta, as without Iron Man 1, we don't have the MCU. So, anchor being in the MCU, it's gotta be Tony, in my opinion.